When a woman distances herself from you and ignores you, just do this. Stoicism. What do you do when a woman starts to distance herself or even ignores you? It's confusing, sometimes painful, and the temptation to react emotionally or try to fix things quickly can be overwhelming. But here's the truth. How you handle this moment can shape your relationship, your personal growth, and your self-respect. In this video, we'll explore 10 practical steps to take when a woman pulls away. These aren't just strategies to address the situation. They're tools to help you remain calm, clear-headed, and aligned with your values. It's not about winning her back at all costs. It's about navigating the challenge in a way that honors your emotional strength and self-worth. For those of you who appreciate wisdom from Stoic philosophy, we'll weave in timeless principles to help you stay resilient and focused on what you can control, while letting go of what you can't. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future insights like this. Your support helps these ideas reach others who need them. If you're ready to approach this challenge with clarity, strength, and wisdom, let's begin. 1. Stay calm and composed. When a woman begins to pull away, it's natural to feel a wave of panic. You might replay recent interactions in your head, second-guess every word, and wonder what went wrong. The urge to act, text her, call her, or find some way to fix things can be overwhelming. But here's the thing. Reacting out of desperation will only make matters worse. When you act impulsively or out of fear, you risk coming across as insecure, which can push her further away. The best response? Stay calm and composed. Yes, it's easier said than done, but this is the foundation of emotional strength. When you demonstrate calmness, you show emotional stability and confidence, qualities that are deeply attractive. Staying composed signals that you're not dependent on her reactions to maintain your sense of self. Silence speaks volumes. Let's say she stops responding to your messages. Maybe it's been a day, maybe a week. The urge to check in, to ask what's wrong, or to seek reassurance can feel almost unbearable. But here's an essential truth. Her silence is already saying something. People often pull away because they need space to process their thoughts or emotions. By respecting her need for distance, you allow her the time to reflect and potentially miss your presence. If you flood her inbox with texts or demand answers, you risk overwhelming her. Instead, give her room. Let her come to her own conclusions about what she wants. 2. Focus on yourself. While you're giving her space, don't just wait around. Instead, turn your attention inward. Engage in the activities and passions that bring you fulfillment, whether it's pursuing a hobby, focusing on your career, or spending time with friends. By doing this, you're sending a powerful message. Your happiness and stability aren't entirely dependent on her. You're a whole, confident person with a life that doesn't revolve around her actions. This independence is attractive and shows that you value yourself. 3. Embrace a Stoic mindset. Here's where Stoicism comes into play. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." You can't control her decision to step back, but you can control how you respond. Instead of letting the situation consume you, focus on maintaining your inner balance. Your power lies in your response, not in trying to control or fix something outside of your influence. When you remain calm and thoughtful, you're practicing the Stoic virtue of self-control. This not only keeps you grounded, but also conveys emotional strength. Why this matters? By staying composed, focusing on yourself, and embracing a Stoic perspective, you position yourself as someone who is not easily shaken by external circumstances. This kind of emotional stability doesn't just help you navigate moments of uncertainty, it also strengthens your sense of self and helps you build healthier, more respectful relationships. when she pulls away. Patience, purpose, and the power of reflection. With patience and purpose, focusing on staying grounded and composed can significantly influence how future interactions unfold. Women are naturally drawn to men who maintain their balance, those who don't allow external circumstances, like temporary silence, to shake their core. Take a moment to reflect. How do you usually respond when faced with uncertainty in your relationships? Could practicing emotional stability make a difference? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your experiences in the comments below. Have you ever found that staying calm and giving space actually improved your connection? Let's dive into this discussion together. Second, respect her space. Once you've regained your composure, the next critical step is respecting her space. Many men make the common mistake of trying to fix things immediately, thinking that an in-depth conversation or explanation will magically restore everything to its former state. Here's a truth you need to embrace. When a woman pulls away, it's not always about doing more. In fact, sometimes the best move is to do nothing, at least for now. When she distances herself, it's often because she needs time and space to process her emotions. Rushing in to resolve things might unintentionally overwhelm her or make her feel pressured, which will only widen the gap. Respecting her space sends a powerful message. I trust you to understand your own needs, and I'm confident enough to step back without trying to control the situation. This level of maturity and emotional intelligence is deeply attractive. It shows her that you're not desperate for her attention or validation, a trait that naturally draws people closer. Why space matters. Let's paint a picture. You've been seeing each other regularly, spending quality time, and everything seems to be going well. Then, suddenly, her responses slow down, and she begins turning down invitations. It's normal to feel confused or anxious, and your instincts may scream for action, texts, calls, or a deep conversation to fix things. But here's where the pivotal choice lies. Instead of pushing harder, the wisest move is to step back. Let her come to you on her own terms. This doesn't mean playing games or ignoring her completely. It's about allowing breathing room. Space gives her time to reflect and reassess without feeling overwhelmed. It also communicates your confidence and emotional stability, which are far more impactful than words. A Stoic lens on respecting space. Stoic philosophy teaches us to focus on what we can control while accepting what we can't. In this situation, you can't control her emotions or her timeline for processing them. What you can control, however, is your response. Instead of forcing things back to normal, redirect your energy inward. Engage in your personal growth, pursue hobbies, and maintain a fulfilling life outside of the relationship. This not only keeps you grounded, but also sends a clear signal. Your well-being doesn't hinge on her attention. Marcus Aurelius captured this wisdom perfectly. The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. By letting go of the need to control her feelings, you reclaim your own peace of mind. This emotional freedom is vital, not only for your personal growth, but also for creating a healthier dynamic in the relationship. 3. Reflect on the situation. After giving her space, turn inward for meaningful self-reflection. Use this time to evaluate the situation without overanalyzing or jumping to conclusions. Ask yourself, have there been patterns in your behavior or communication that might have contributed to the distance? Are there unspoken needs or feelings that you both might need to address in the future? Self-reflection isn't about assigning blame. It's about gaining clarity and using this insight to strengthen your connection moving forward. Respecting space and maintaining composure may feel counterintuitive at first, but these steps foster trust, maturity, and emotional stability in any relationship. Have you ever faced a similar situation? How did giving space impact your connection? Let's share and learn from each other in the comments below. When she pulls away, understanding and embracing self-reflection. A woman pulling away can happen for a range of reasons, some of which may have nothing to do with you at all. Other times, it could be due to subtle shifts in your dynamic that you might have missed. The key here isn't about blaming her or yourself, but about taking a step back to see the bigger picture with clarity and honesty. Self-reflection is a powerful tool when used correctly. It helps you assess the situation calmly, without being clouded by emotions or impulsive reactions. During this time, ask yourself a few important questions. Were there any recent conflicts or misunderstandings that could have contributed to this? Did you notice any shifts in her energy or behavior, even in small ways? Could external factors in her life, like work stress, family issues, or personal challenges, be influencing her behavior toward you? For example, think about a minor disagreement you had the last time you were together. Maybe it didn't seem like a big deal at the time. Perhaps a small comment or a misunderstanding you brushed off. But now, with her pulling away, you may wonder if that moment had more of an impact on her than you realized. Reflect on how that conversation played out. Did you listen to her concerns, or did you dismiss her feelings without fully understanding them? Was something left? Unresolved ? This type of honest reflection can help uncover what might be going on under the surface. Remember, self-reflection isn't about obsessing over every little detail or being overly critical of yourself. It's about approaching the situation with an open mind, ready to understand the truth, even if it's uncomfortable. As Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, once said, "He who is brave is free." It takes bravery to reflect on the truth, to look at your actions and intentions honestly. But this bravery is freeing. By confronting the truth, you can let go of the uncertainty and anxiety that come from not knowing what went wrong. This kind of introspection brings clarity, and clarity builds emotional strength. Whether you uncover a specific reason for her distance or not, you'll emerge from this process with a better understanding of both the situation and yourself. Perhaps it has nothing to do with you, and her need for space is tied to her personal challenges. Or maybe there are areas where you can grow, not just for the relationship, but for your own development too. In Stoicism, we are encouraged to practice self-awareness and constant reflection, not as a way to punish ourselves, but as a means to cultivate wisdom and inner strength. Reflecting on the situation gives you a chance to learn, adjust, and approach future interactions with a clearer mindset and a steadier heart. Instead of being consumed by doubt or fear, this reflection empowers you to face the situation with the confidence that comes from understanding the bigger picture and being in tune with yourself. This phase also offers an opportunity to practice gratitude for the relationship and the lessons it brings, no matter the outcome. Even challenging moments have something valuable to teach us. Use this time to reflect not just on what might have caused her distance, but on the growth it can offer you. When you approach reflection with a perspective of growth, you'll find that even uncertainty can provide a valuable lesson. A moment for growth. As you reflect on the situation, think about how this process can foster personal growth and emotional awareness. Self-reflection, when approached honestly, is a gift that helps you see the bigger picture and align with your true self. Whether you gain clarity about why she's distancing herself or discover areas where you can improve, this process is key to building stronger, more meaningful connections in the future. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this approach. How do you handle self-reflection in your relationships? Drop a comment and share your experiences, or simply type, "Growth begins with reflection." 4. Focus on self-improvement. One of the most empowering things you can do when there's distance in a relationship is to focus on yourself. This doesn't mean waiting around for her to reach out or endlessly wondering what's going through her mind. Instead, it's about using this time to invest in your personal growth and development. This shift serves two important purposes. It helps you regain your confidence and sense of control. It shows that you're not dependent on her for your happiness. Focus on your growth and thrive independently. Focusing on yourself during a period of distance isn't just about passing the time. It's a way to show that you're thriving on your own, which is incredibly attractive. Use this opportunity to prioritize your physical health, mental well-being, and personal goals. Whether it's starting a new workout routine, learning a new skill, or simply spending more time with friends, these actions not only boost your confidence, but also communicate that your life is full and meaningful, whether or not she's a part of it. Imagine you've always wanted to learn to play the guitar, try painting, or embark on a fitness journey. Now is the perfect moment to dive into those passions. By investing in yourself, you're not just improving your skills, you're enriching your life with activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. When she sees that you're focused on your own growth, it sends a quiet but powerful message. You're confident, self-sufficient, and always evolving. This isn't about playing games. It's about showing her the man you're becoming through your authentic journey of self-improvement. This period of distance isn't a time to sit idle or obsess over things you can't control. It's an opportunity to become the man you aspire to be. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. This is your moment to live out that philosophy. Don't just talk about the man you want to become. Take action. Whether or not she notices, the real victory lies in your personal growth. Instead of worrying about her actions or when she might reach out, ask yourself, what can I do today to become a better version of myself tomorrow? By focusing on your growth, you'll not only regain your confidence and control, but you'll also create a life that's truly worth living, no matter how the relationship unfolds. That's the true win. 5. Communicate. Assertively, not desperately. Eventually, the urge to reach out will likely arise. How you communicate in that moment is critical. Many guys make the mistake of reaching out from a place of desperation, sending emotional texts or demanding explanations, hoping for instant reassurance. The truth is, desperation is unattractive. It signals a lack of control over your emotions, and that's the last impression you want to make. When you do decide to reach out, the key is to remain calm, clear, and assertive, without sounding needy. Your goal is to show her that while you're open to communication, you're not dependent on it. You respect her space, and you're emotionally stable regardless of how she responds. Desperation communicates insecurity, but assertiveness communicates confidence. For example, instead of sending multiple anxious messages like, "Why aren't you answering?" or "Are you mad at me?" you could take a more composed approach and say, "Hey, I've noticed you need some space. Just wanted to let you know I'm here whenever you're ready to talk." This message is clear, respectful, and shows you understand her need for distance. It offers communication without pressure, creating an environment where she feels free to engage when she's ready, without feeling overwhelmed. Assertive communication also means setting healthy boundaries for yourself. You're not just waiting for her to respond, you're continuing to live your life in the meantime. When you handle the situation calmly and don't fall apart, you show emotional maturity and self-respect. This approach not only strengthens your connection, but also increases the likelihood of a productive conversation when she does decide to respond. In Stoicism, Epictetus teaches the importance of listening over speaking. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. This principle is especially valuable when reaching out. When the conversation finally happens, focus on listening more than speaking. Show her that you're not just trying to get your point across or seek validation. You're genuinely interested in understanding her perspective. This type of communication deepens the connection because it demonstrates that you're present, grounded, and respectful of her feelings. By communicating assertively instead of desperately, you set a tone of respect and maturity. You show her that while you value the relationship, your emotional stability doesn't depend on her response. By doing this, you create an environment where honest, meaningful dialogue can happen, leading to a healthier and more balanced connection. Reflection moment. If you've made it this far, take a moment to reflect on your communication during challenging situations. Are you able to remain calm and assertive, or do you sometimes let desperation take over? 6. Manage your expectations. Managing your expectations can be one of the toughest steps to take. It's natural to hope that when you reach out, she'll respond quickly, maybe even apologize, and everything will fall back into place. But here's the reality. You can't predict her reaction. She may open up, or she may still need more space. Either way, you have to be prepared mentally and emotionally for any outcome. This is one of the core lessons of Stoicism, accepting things as they are, not as we wish they would be. When emotions run high, it's easy to cling to a certain outcome. You might hope for reconciliation or expect her to respond in a way that gives you reassurance. But holding on to these expectations can lead to disappointment if things don't go as planned. Stoicism teaches us to release the need to control external events and instead focus on what we can control, our own thoughts and actions. Whether she comes back or continues distancing herself, your peace of mind shouldn't depend on her response. Inner stability is key, regardless of what happens. After sending a thoughtful message, resist the urge to anxiously wait by your phone. Go about your day. Engage in activities that ground and fulfill you. This approach not only preserves your emotional well-being, but also keeps you from spiraling into overthinking. Be prepared for any response. If she replies and the conversation goes well, great. That's a positive step forward. If she doesn't respond or still needs more space, that's okay too. Your goal is to stay calm and composed no matter the outcome. This is where Stoic wisdom truly shines. As Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. You can't control her decisions or emotions, but you can control your response. True strength comes not from external validation or her reaction, but from within, your ability to remain centered in the face of uncertainty. Managing your expectations isn't about giving up hope. It's about freeing yourself from the need to control the uncontrollable. It's about finding peace in the journey rather than obsessing over the outcome. By doing this, you protect your emotional well-being and present yourself as calm, self-assured, and attractive. Ultimately, the only thing you can truly control is how you carry yourself. That inner peace will serve you well, no matter how things unfold. 7. Don't play games. This is critical. Don't play games. When she pulls away, it's tempting to try to make her jealous or get her to chase you by showing her what she's missing. You might feel the urge to post something on social media implying you're having fun without her, or ignore her to see if she'll reach out. But these tactics come from a place of insecurity, and they rarely give you the results you're hoping for. In fact, they often backfire, creating even more distance and tension between you. When you play games, you're not coming from a place of strength or authenticity. Instead, you're reacting out of fear or frustration. Manipulating her emotions might seem like a way to regain control, but it only erodes trust. She'll see through it, and rather than pulling her closer, it will likely push her even further away. On the other hand, being authentic and genuine builds a real connection. Authenticity shows confidence, and confidence is far more attractive than manipulation. For example, You might feel tempted to post a picture with another woman or flaunt how much fun you're having without her. Instead, simply live your life authentically. If you're having a great time with friends, share that, but not to make her jealous or provoke a reaction. When your actions are rooted in self-assurance rather than playing mind games, you show her that you're secure enough to avoid petty drama. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, how much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it? Acting out of frustration, jealousy or spite only causes more harm than the brief satisfaction you might feel. Playing games might give you a temporary sense of control or relief, but in the long run, it leads to regret, misunderstandings, and hurt feelings on both sides. The wiser choice is to rise above the games, maintain your dignity, stay true to yourself, and handle the situation with maturity and authenticity. Respect, the foundation of emotional stability. Staying grounded emotionally is key, and showing respect in how you handle things communicates that you value honesty and self-respect over mind games or manipulation. This not only sets a healthier tone for your relationship, but it also raises the standard for how you expect to be treated moving forward. Now that we've discussed the importance of authenticity, think back to your own experiences. Have you ever been tempted to use similar tactics when things felt distant in a relationship? How did it affect your dynamic? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below and share your story. Your perspective could really resonate with someone else in a similar situation. Let's keep the conversation going. 8. Create a safe space for her. When she reaches out, or you finally get the chance to talk, the most valuable thing you can offer is emotional safety. This doesn't mean avoiding tough conversations or letting things slide. It's about creating an environment where she feels comfortable being open and vulnerable with you. If she feels judged or attacked, she's likely to shut down, making it hard for the relationship to move forward. Your goal is to make her feel heard, valued, and understood, even when the conversation is challenging. Imagine she contacts you after a period of silence. You may have a lot of questions. Why did you ignore me? Or, what's been going on? But jumping straight into confrontation can make her feel defensive. Instead, approach the conversation with curiosity and empathy. Ask her how she's been feeling during the time apart. Allow her the space to express her emotions without interrupting or reacting too quickly. This shows maturity and patience, demonstrating you can handle whatever she shares, even if it's difficult to hear. When she feels safe to open up, avoid the urge to judge or criticize. Listen attentively, not just to her words, but to the emotions behind them. Let her know you value her perspective, even if it's different from yours. This emotional stability on your part can truly make a difference. Remaining calm and composed shows that you're in control of your emotions, which helps her feel secure around you. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." By mastering your emotions, you maintain your inner peace and create a safe space for her to share freely. In doing so, you become a source of stability and comfort, which strengthens your connection. When she knows she can trust you in difficult moments, it brings you closer. 9. Keep the bigger picture in mind. In emotionally charged situations, it's easy to get lost in the moment and make impulsive decisions. But this is where Stoicism teaches us to step back and focus on the bigger picture. Relationships, like life, have their ups and downs. A single moment, whether good or bad, doesn't define the entire journey. Just because she's distant now doesn't mean the relationship is over. Likewise, even if things seem perfect now, it's important to think about the overall direction of your relationship. Taking a broader view helps you maintain clarity and wisdom. Instead of reacting to one moment of distance or conflict, you'll be able to think about the long-term health of the relationship. It also allows you to reflect on your own growth. Relationships aren't just about being together, they're opportunities to evolve. Perhaps this period of distance is just a temporary setback, or it could signal that something in the relationship needs to shift for it to move forward in a healthier direction. The key is to avoid reacting in the heat of the moment. Zooming out and looking at the bigger picture allows you to make decisions based on wisdom, not emotion. Ask yourself, is this distance a phase that will pass, or is it uncovering deeper issues that need to be addressed? By seeing the situation from a wider perspective, you give yourself the space to assess things without letting frustration or anxiety cloud your judgment. As Epictetus wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Disagreements are just a small chapter in the bigger story. Remember, a disagreement or tough moment is only a tiny part of your relationship's larger narrative. Don't let a temporary rough patch cloud your overall view of the relationship or your own emotional health. Stoic wisdom encourages you to stay steady and not let a fleeting situation define your entire perspective. When you focus on the bigger picture, you give yourself space to grow. Every relationship faces tension and challenges, but how you handle those moments shapes the future of your connection. By stepping back and reflecting on the bigger context while maintaining your emotional balance, you set yourself up to guide the relationship in a way that serves both of your long-term needs. The goal is to build a strong, sustainable relationship where the tough times don't derail your journey together. 10. Be ready to move forward. In relationships, we all hope for the best, but it's important to prepare yourself for any outcome. Whether she decides to come back or not, you need to be ready to move forward, with or without her. This isn't about giving up hope, but about cultivating resilience and independence. Letting go of attachment to a specific outcome frees you from unnecessary stress and anxiety. You're no longer stuck worrying about what might happen. Instead, you move forward confidently, knowing that you will continue to grow and thrive, no matter the circumstances. If she chooses to move on, it's not a sign of failure. Relationships end for various reasons, and sometimes the connection just isn't right for her. It may hurt, but it's not a reflection of your worth. Rather, it's a chance for you to open new doors and embrace new possibilities. Every relationship, whether it works out or not, offers valuable lessons. Carry these lessons with you into the future, but don't let them hold you back. True growth comes from moving forward, not from being stuck in the past. As Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher, once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This wisdom is crucial when facing uncertainty in relationships. Even if this chapter closes, you've gained growth, self-awareness, and wisdom from the experience. Shift your thoughts toward hope, growth, and what's ahead. Don't dwell on what's already past. Being prepared to move forward doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you care enough about yourself to prioritize your well-being. If she comes back, you'll be ready to embrace the relationship with fresh understanding. If she doesn't, you'll be ready to continue your journey with strength and resilience. Stoicism teaches that while we can't control the outcome of external events, we can control how we respond. Whether the relationship continues or ends, you remain in control of your own path, always growing and moving forward. Reflection and moving forward. As we wrap up this discussion on handling a woman pulling away, it's important to reflect on the key takeaways. This conversation isn't just about rekindling a relationship, but about nurturing your own self-respect and emotional strength. These practices not only improve relationships, but also foster significant personal growth. We've explored practical steps and Stoic philosophies to help you remain composed and wise in the face of challenges. The heart of this message is to focus on what you can control, your actions and reactions. By applying these strategies, You're not just influencing your relationships, but strengthening your inner peace and resilience. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you faced similar situations? What strategies helped you? Share your story in the comments below. Your experience might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. If you found this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe for more content like this. Don't forget to check out the recommended videos on your screen for more tips. They could be the next step in your journey toward clarity and growth. Thank you for watching, and remember, every challenge is an opportunity to become wiser and stronger. Keep moving forward, and let's continue this journey together.